Hello, sixth graders. We are back and ready for part 2 of coordinate plane notes. So we have already done the first 2 pages, so we are going to go to the last page of your notes and we are going to finish those up today. So hopefully we have learned kind of how to put points on the coordinate plane. Today we're going to kind of see how those are going to be shown on the STAR test. So number 1, here we go. 4 points are graphed on the coordinate grid. So this is the picture we're looking at right here. Okay, it says which point is best represented by the ordered pair -5.5, 2. So we have talked about if a number does not have a symbol, that is a positive. So we have a -5.5 and a positive 2. So we need to go to our coordinate grid. Again, we are over here and we are going to start at the origin, which is that center space 0, 0. And my walk number is -5.5 and my elevator number is 2. So I'm going to walk -5.5. So I'm going to again start at the origin and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 5.5 would be right in the middle of 5 and 6. So again, we're counting those boxes. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, and then half. So my only options would be these that are over here on the negative side. And if I am at that -5.5, I have to go up 2, 1, 2. So my answer would be R, because that is the only dot that is where I need it to be. Okay. Number 2, Bailey graphed point G. So point G is right there on the coordinate grid. She will graph point H. So notice there is no point H. So we are going to have to graph point H 6 units away from point G. Which ordered pair could represent the location of H? So we have G right here. There is no H. We are making our own H. So we want to know it is 6 units away, and it did not say up, down, left, or right. We have to decide whether it's which direction we go. So what I'm going to do, the easiest way to do that, is we are going to graph A, B, C, D and see how far away those are. So let's look at A, -4, +6. So let's start at the origin. I'm going to walk to -4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to go up 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, remember we're counting those boxes. So I'm going to put a point at 4, 6. Now I can look and see, is that 6 units away? So I'm going to start at G and I'm going to count my boxes. I have 1, 2, 3. That is only 3 hops away. So that is not correct because it is only 3 units away. So now let's look at B. All right. I am going to -3, -4. So I'm going to again start at the origin, 0, 0, walk to -3. And this time I'm going to go down because -4 is down, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to put a dot at that point. Okay, so now starting at G, I'm going to count all the way down. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That one's not even on the same row, so that's obviously not my answer. If we are units away, we have to go up, down, left, right. So that's definitely not 6 units away, so that one's not going to be our answer either. So let's move on to the the third one, C. +2, +3. So I am going to start at the origin and walk to +2 and then go up 3 because 3 is positive, 1, 2, 3. And I am going to put a point at that one as well. So +2, +3. All right, now let's count this one. So I have 1 box, 2, 3. This kind of gets some people. This right here is 4, okay? Because if I was to do, some people like to try and skip that, but notice my hops don't match. So that is 4, 5, 6, and that is exactly what we want. We want 6 units away, and that would be a horizontal distance because it's sideways, so that is my final answer. Okay, so again, if it's units away, up, down, left, right. All right, number 3. Which ordered pair best describes a point that is located 3 units to the left of the origin and 5 units above the x-axis? Okay, so we got lots of good vocabulary there. So we want 3 units left. So if you don't know your lefts and your rights, we need to know that. So this side is my right side. This is my left, and we're talking about the origin. So we're gonna start in the middle, right, left, okay? And then 5 units above the x-axis. So above would be up and down. Okay, above, the opposite of above would be below. Okay, so let's do this. If we need to go 3 units to the left, we're gonna start at the origin, and if we have to go left, we would go 1, 2, 3, and notice that is a negative. So our first number, our walk number, is going to be -3 because we had to go to the left. Okay, so now that I'm at -3, I need to go 5 above, so I need to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means I would be at +5. So my elevator number would be +5. So my first number is -3. My second number is +5. So I could write that -3, comma, +5. So A does not have a negative, so that's a Joe. B does have a -3, but it also has a -5, so that is also a Joe Schmo. C, -3, +5 is perfect. And if you look at D, they just switched the numbers. So that's our big Joe. They had the right numbers, but they switched it. Okay? All right. Last question down here at the bottom. The graph shows the cost to rent a surfboard for different amounts of time. Which list best represents the independent values? Independent. So we talked about independent in part 1. So let's go back up to the front. Okay. Independent was right here. That is my X horizontal values. So let's look. I need my X horizontal values. So again, if we see independent, that means X. Our X is independent because we don't like them anymore. X is independent, okay? So on my coordinate plane, I have X and I have Y. So we only want the X's. So if our answer choices have any of the Y numbers, we can already get rid of those. Those are our Joes. We can get rid of those. Those are our Joes. So if it has any of these, we can go ahead and get rid of it. So I see a 5 here, so that's not going to be my answer. 5, 10, 15, 20, that's exactly this right here. This one, none of the other ones have exactly that, so I'm going to stop there, okay? Now I can go down and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and those are my independents. So do I have a perfect match? Okay, I have really close, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's go back over here and look at our graph. That doesn't have a 7, and notice that is because there's not a dot on the 7. The 1 has a dot, the 2 has a dot, the 3, 4, 5, 6, the 7 does not have a dot. So that's why the 7's not part of our answer. So therefore, D really truly is my answer because it's the ones that have my X. All right, so hopefully that kind of helps you with those. Go forth and graph.